Welcome to this discussion of Data Sense Weekly Excel quiz. So we will discuss all the 10 questions here, and you just try to see where do you stand, how were you able to solve them or not. So we are starting with the question number 1. Right. Now in the question number 1 they have asked, ABC clothing store has recorded its monthly sales data. So basically we have monthly sales data. The company wants to analyze sales performance for a specific product category. Answer the following. Right. So we have a data, like we have a column A where we have product, we have column B where we have month, and we have column C where we have sales. The question asks, what Excel function can be used to calculate the total sales of pants? So basically they are asking us to find the sale of pants across all months, right? So basically they want the sum of sales for the product pants, right? Now, so this is technically what they want. They want sum, right? Now if we look at the functions, if we look at the options, what options do we have? We have SUMIF, we have COUNTIF. Do you think it will be COUNTIF? No, because we need to find the sum of sales. So COUNTIF won't make sense, right? So we can eliminate option B. Next is our index A to 7. Then the index doesn't give you the sum of a value. Index just gives you the value. Similarly, VLOOKUP also give you the value, right? So none of the function, like option B, C and D, are giving you the sum. So the only sum function is here. Right. So option A will be the correct answer. But let's say the option was not given to you. How would you do that? Right. A simple thing is that you need to find the sum of sales when the product is pants. So simply you just go equal to sum if, right, and then you just put this range. Basically the range will be this sum of this particular cells, right, and you put the criteria that this particular range is in pants, right? So this way you will get the answer though. So the option A will be the right answer. So now we will discuss the question number 2. So in question number 2 we have a data set, like we have serial number, then we have countries, India, America, Namibia and all that, right? The question asks, write down an Excel formula to get the country at the 7th rank. So we have the rank in the column A, like if you see here the data set, here we have rank and here we have the countries, right? So the question asks, write down an Excel formula to get the country at 7th rank, and the second question is write down an Excel formula to get the serial number of Mexico. So basically we want the rank of Mexico. Now like and we want to make it very dynamic, right? So it's a very pretty straightforward question. Like those of you know what formula gives you the value at a given position, that is index, right? So for the first question we will use index. So how will we use that? Is equal to index, right? Then index we need to give a rank, right? So basically we'll select the country, right, the list of countries, and what we want the value at the 7th rank. So we'll just place 7 and we will get the answer Mongolia. So Mongolia will be the answer to the first question. Now the second question is write down an Excel formula to get the serial number of Mexico, right? So remember, index function gives me value at a position, and match function gives me position of a value, right? So it was a pretty straightforward question. You just need to check the rank of Mexico. So how would you do that? You will just write down equal to match, right? And now after this you will your lookup value will be Mexico. So we'll type down Mexico and then you will select lookup array. So our answer will be here, right? And then we will just put a 0 for the match type and we'll get the value as 8. So we got both the questions solved. So index match. So for question 2 you should be using index match. First question was for index, second question was for match. So guys, welcome to this third question now. Now this looks to be a little big question, right? And it has like 3 minutes for 5 marks. So let's read out the question. Imagine you are so basically we have a data set, like we have product, category, region, sale amount and date, right? Now the question says, imagine you are a sales manager at a retail company, okay, and you have a data set containing information about sales. Like we have the data. The data set includes columns such as product, category, region, sale. Like we have all these particular variables if you see, right? How can you use a pivot table to find the total sale amount for each of the product category, right? So they want us to check how can we use a pivot table to find total sale. So what is total sale? The sum of this for each product category. So like we have different product categories, electronics, clothing, right? So what we will do is, first of all, we'll insert the pivot table. So you select this, right? Insert your pivot table, and like I'll place it in existing worksheet, right? And let's insert the pivot table, right? And we just need to do one thing, right? What we need to do, we need to do the category here, right? And we need to do the sale amount, right? So what we need to do, we need to take category to the rows and we need to take sale to the values. Now check option, drag category to rows and sale amount to the values, right? So this is what we did. So A should be the answer. Let's read out the other option, drag product to columns and sale to the, like why we need product, right? We need to check the sale amount across category. So we don't need product. So option B is invalid. Drag region, again, why do we need a region? We need category. So C is also out. Drag sales amount to rows, okay, and category to values. How does it make sense, right? Always remember, numerical value should be in values and categorical value should be in the rows. So option D cannot be the answer, right? So it should be the option A. So guys, coming to the fourth question, right? It's again a part of the same case study, right? Now the question asks, if you want to analyze the average sale amount for each product, what should you do in the pivot table, right? So we just need the average of the pivot table. So I think we just need to do, like we take product, right? We take product, and instead of sum, we can just change the field settings to average and we will have the answer, right? So the answer to this question should be A, drag product to rows and sales amount to values with the average function. Come to this fifth question, right? This one is a little complex question. It is of 15 marks and in 5 minutes. So let's read out the question. Above is the data from cell A1. So we have a data, like we have company type, we have company name, we have number of employees and the sales, right? We need to find the total number of employees in the sports companies. So basically for the company type sports, we need to find the sum of total employees. So if you just analyze it, this is a typical case of sum if, right? Where we want to take sum of those cells where this particular cell is sports. So how will you do that? You will just go equal to sum ifs, right? And you open the brackets. First of all, you need to enter the sum range. So the sum range will be this, right? And then you need to insert the criteria. So for the criteria, first you need to give the range, then you need to write down the value, that is sports, right? And you will just close the bracket and you will get the value 16,500. So this was a very simple question. It should not take 5 minutes, but because you guys don't have the like, I'm not sure if you guys are solving on laptop or what, that's why we gave you the 5 minutes. But the main thing is identifying this is a typical case of sum if question, and you can just solve it this way. Yeah, welcome to this sixth question. Now this is a sub part of the previous question, right? So we have the same data. Above is the data from cell A1 to D11. Write down an Excel function to derive total sales for the company target. So basically we have a company target, right? And we need to find the total sales, right? Now can you tell me, like, can we do VLOOKUP here? No, we cannot do a VLOOKUP here because the company name is on the right. For VLOOKUP to set, we need to always have the company name to the left, right? So an ideal function for this particular thing will be index match. So how will we do that? We'll start writing index right? Now we need to find the sales. So our answer lies in sales, so we need to find the sales, right? And the next question is we need to find it for target. So we need to do write down a match function, match, okay? And now my lookup value will be target, target, okay? And then I will have the lookup array. So my lookup array will be lying here, and then I will have to do an exact match. I'll close the bracket, right? And yes, I have it. So for the target I have 28490,631. Here it is, the answer. You can check 28490,631. So this is what we did. Basically we used index with a match and we were able to get it. This question cannot be solved using VLOOKUP because our company name is on the right side. If the company name was on the left side, we could have solved that. So it is a very important application of index match. So do see that you are able to solve it. So now we come to the question number 7. This is also 15 marks. So we have two teams, team A World Cup 19 team, team 2 2023 team, right? And we have a list of players. Above are the two lists of India's World Cup team in 2019 and 2023. Write down an Excel formula and steps to identify the players common in both the lists, both the World Cup. So I think those who have seen our YouTube tutorial, this video is with full explanation is present on our YouTube channel. So you can just go to our YouTube channel DataSense and you can check how to find common values in two lists. So those who had seen them, they will find it very easy to solve. So just go to our YouTube channel for this question. We have 4 to 5 videos present there. So this is one of those, how to find common values in two lists. So welcome to this 8th question, guys. I know those of you who tried an exam, they would you guys would have been very much scared after looking at this question, but it's a very, very simple question if you just try to understand what they are showing, right? So this is a case of nested if. So what we have multiple if else, right? So we will start reading the formula from this. So the approach to solve these kind of question is to start reading it from the start, right? We know that the formula for if is if, then a condition. If the condition is true, then the value, otherwise the other condition. So let's read it out. If you see, if, now when we bring and in front of two things, it means both the conditions should be true. So for example, after if we have and after and we have two conditions. One condition is this and one condition is this. So this both should be true. So it says that the sum of A1 to A1 should be greater than 500 and count of B1 to B2 in high. So basically the value of high should be equal to 0. Now let's read out the option. So if this is true, it returns good. Otherwise, this is the part when above first condition is false, right? So let's read out the options now. The option 1 says returns good, right? Option B also returns good, right? Because if this condition is satisfied, right, then it will return good. So let's read out the full. If the sum of the values on A1 to A10 is greater than 500, till there we are totally right. And there are no occurrences of high in B1 to B10, right? This is what they are checking. They are checking in B1 to B1 is high coming. So the question number, option A seems right as of now. Let's read the option B. Returns good if the sum of the values is it is again right, and there are no occurrences of high in B1 to B10. So basically this is also right. Now C, returns good if the sum of the values in is greater than and there are no occurrences of high in. So C is also right as of now, and returns good if the sum is greater than 500 and there are no occurrences of high. So the first part, if you just check the first part, all the 4 options are correct. Now let's move to the next part. What if one of this is not true? Then our function will move here, right? It asks now if. Now it gives an OR condition and then it gives an AND condition, right? So for AND it is saying these two condition, right? And if you see, otherwise returns excellent if the maximum value in this is less than and d1 is yes, or. So like we are getting an or here, right? Because we have an or here. So now if you read the question, there are no yes. So if you just try to analyze, you will see the option A will be the right answer because it is using the or condition. In the other, you will find there is some issue. So if you guys don't understand, just try to visualize this as an if else ladder and just try to solve it. It's a very simple question. It just looks difficult because there is a lot of text here. So yeah. So welcome to the ninth question, guys. It's a very simple question. Again, if you can solve the question number 8, 9 is very easy. So we have an if else ladder. So it is asking if a valid and invalid, right? So remember, the syntax for if is if, then you give a condition. If the condition is true, then the first value, otherwise the second value. So if this function in if this and the whole thing will satisfy, then the function will return valid, otherwise it will return invalid. So now when will it return valid? When a1 is equal to yes and b1 is greater than 50. Otherwise it is return invalid. Now let's read out the options. Returns valid if a1 is yes and b1 is greater than 50, otherwise returns invalid. So this seems to be the right answer. Let's read out the other options. Returns valid if a1 is yes, okay, or b1. It is not a or condition, it is an and condition. So option B will not be the correct option. Now returns valid if a1 is yes and b1 is exactly 50. No, the formula says b1 greater than 50, right? So option C will be eliminated. Option D now. Returns valid if a1 is yes and b1 is less than or equal to 50. No. Again, we need b1 greater than 50, right? So D will also be eliminated. So option A will be the right answer. So welcome to the last question. The question asks that we have list of customer IDs and we want to find 3 methods. We don't want you to write the formulas. We want you to tell us 3 methods how you can identify duplicates, right? So I won't be telling you this question. I won't be solving this question for you because it's a pretty straightforward question. You should guys try to figure it out. First method I am telling you is that you should check conditional formatting. Where you can highlight cells with duplicate values, right? The second I can tell you, if you go to data, right, and there you can remove the duplicate values, or you can highlight the duplicate values. So second is go to data and remove duplicates, right? Third one you have to identify on your own. It's a very simple method, like just try to find something in Excel. It's a very straightforward question, so you should be able to answer. So this was the discussion of all the 10 questions in this quiz. The questions were all very easy, but I know you guys are fresher or intermediate, so you might face little difficulty. Just ensure that you know these 10 questions after the quiz, right? Reach out to us if you are not able to understand, but we have tried our best to explain the solutions. So look for the solution on the internet. Just try to grasp these 10 concepts which you have learned today, right? We will be coming up with more quiz very soon. Till then, enjoy, start learning, keep learning, reach out to us for any doubt, and have a good day.